Welcome to Whistleblowers in partnership with Wix Trade Pro. Welcome back to Whistleblowers. This is the bonus ball. The supply teacher remains with us, Andy Dillon. All right, sir.
Hello, thank you very much.
Mark Clattenburg is on the clock waiting for a flight to get back to where? You going back to Spain?
I've got to get back to Spain.
You got to give it why?
The weather is perfect. And I've got golf tomorrow.
Well, much the same as Dean Windass. He's got to get back to Hull because the weather's great in Hull.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Love it.
It's -4.
Right. I've got all these questions here from people for you, Dean, but actually, what's the best pub in Hull?
Do you know what it is? The best poser. Yeah. The girls go, "What's the best poser?" You're fucking looking at him. my best poser. I drink in what's called the Beech Tree. Yeah, just in Kirkella where I live.
Yeah, and he'll be there if you want to go.
I'll be there tonight at 5.
Right, Dean. These questions we put a little message out on social media, and the same ones always come back. Who's the best you played with?
Centre forward Alan Boxic.
Really? Yeah.
That borough, yeah.
What made him so special?
He was just unbelievable.
In what sense?
Quick, strong, left foot, right foot, good in the air.
Yeah.
But when he didn't fancy it, he didn't fancy it. He was on 100 grand a week in 2001, and that's the reason why he was fucking unbelievable. But a great lad, a Croatian, great lad, fucking great lad.
Granite as well, I'd imagine. Croatians aren't soft lads, are they?
No, he was a big fucker, like. He was a big lad. Yeah, I remember Steve McLaren going, "This lad's the best finisher I've ever seen."
Really? Yeah. Have you ever clapped anybody off the training ground? They were that good?
Kocher.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJ, when they came to Hull, but he couldn't get in the team, JJ.
Really?
No, we played 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Phil couldn't play him on the left because he wouldn't run back.
Yeah.
The only way he could play him is in the Hull.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Or number 10, was it called?
And that's where you played?
No, well, I become a number 9 as I got older, but when I was younger, I was in the Hull, yeah. But no, I just wanted JJ in the team because he was good for me. Mm-hmm. He saw things that I saw.
Yeah.
And in training, he was fucking unbelievable. But Phil could not get him in the team.
Yeah, that was a question from John, by the way. My ears pricked up when you mentioned Billy Whitehurst, because the other part of that question is who's the hardest you played against? When you thought, I'm going to get battered today.
I did play against Billy when he went to Crewe and Lawn, but I was his boatman. So he looked after me. He's my best mate. I'm fucking glad he's my best mate now, trust me. But, Billy's calmed down, but he was a tough man.
He wasn't to be messed with, was he?
No, nobody messed about with him. No. But he was a different era to me. He was in the 80s. I was a kid. But what was the question? Who was the hardest?
Yeah.
In what sense? What do you mean hard?
So if you know you're going to go and play in
what was hard?
Yeah. Who's going to give you a hard time when you're physically...
Nip and punch you when the ball's not in.
Well, you got like Wazzy. Wazzy was a nasty little 5-footer in the
golf sense.
Yeah. I like playing. I tell a story about Roy. You know, I remember leaving one on Roy at Bradford for Man U, and I actually thought if I take him out, then the rest are going to crumble because he was their leader. And I remember going down as Achilles, chasing him, and I went down as Achilles, and he went down. But it was one of them where he never got up and went, "You fool, you." Smile Man U said to me, "If somebody says I'm going to punch you in the face, you're never going to punch me in the face in my life. Yeah. If I'm going to hit you, I'm not going to tell you."
Yeah.
So, and then Roy, he'd done me.
Did he?
And he just didn't say out. And I just thought, fair play. Best midfield player, probably one of the best midfield players I've played against. But he was strong in the sense of his the way that he spoke to his teammates. Yeah. And that's strong mentally as well. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to be physically strong. Strong mentally, and he was strong mentally. And I love his commentary, and I could watch him all day long.
Does he talk sense to you?
Yeah. He's just a normal lad. Don't give a shit about what people think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because I heard a lot of these teammates saying that he's not given enough respect for his touch.
I
short passing.
Yeah, I just think, listen, if you're going to go on Sky, you know, yes, you've got to be careful what you say. Now we all understand what goes on in life. But I like the way he goes, like, if a goalkeeper makes a great save, he goes, that's his job.
Yeah.
Well, it is his job.
It's his job, yeah.
You know what I mean? Why ain't you caught it? Why has he punched it? Why? You know, it's like me, when, you know, if he goes through 1v1, how come he's not scored?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just, it's been critical, but it's been honest.
But is that not someone for whom nothing's ever good enough?
Yeah.
In a way, if he's like that.
Yeah, I just think that he's got, it was like Ince when I went to Middlesbrough. Ince was the same mould as Roy. Standards on the training ground. You know what I mean? If you give the ball away, it'd fucking ruin you. Do you know what I mean? Don't give the ball away because we've got to chase it back. You know, and the standards, and he was like that, and I'm sure that obviously Roy got it off Ince. Do you know what I mean? Ince got it off, Roy and Ince got it off Brian Robson. You know, that's how they want to model themselves.
Did you have a nemesis in football? Was there somebody that just had your number? You know, we say that about boxing. Sometimes a fighter meets somebody that's just got the better of them.
Yeah, no, not really. I like the centre half so I could fight with, I could back into. I didn't like Tony Adams, he was so clever.
Was he?
Yeah, he was so clever. He was physical, but then he was clever as well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like not being disrespectful to Martin Keown or Sol Campbell, but they're the ones I wanted to play against because I knew that I could probably fight with them. I could get fouls. I could create fouls. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I could back into them. But like the Yap Sam was another one who was like fucking man mountain. You know, you look at him thinking, I'm going to get no change today.
Yeah.
Because he was quick, strong, good on the ball,
aggressive,
everything. You know what I mean? You're like that going, fuck me, here we go. But then in our day, we could go on an elbow a few. We could leave one on people, but they'd leave one on us. In the 90s, you get ruined, man. Centre halves could come through the back here.
Who's the most like Dean Windass in the is there anybody like you in the modern game that you watch and think?
I used to like watching Wazza. I used to like what? Yeah, he had something where if things weren't going right, I always used to think Phil Brown used to say to me, if the game's shit and we're playing bad or the atmosphere is flat, he'd pull me over and he'd go, cause a ruck, cause a fucking fight, do something, take a booking, get these off the fucking seats. Get the referee throwing things at yellows at you, and then all of a sudden they come on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So I used to see Wazza doing that. I used to see Wazza like where things weren't going right, he'd leave one on somebody. Wouldn't he? You could see it coming. Yeah. I could see it coming. Do you know what I mean? And you go, and he knows that he's going to get a yell in it, but he just wanted it, and that's what reminded me. I don't know if he did it. He wouldn't have done it because of me, but that's what I liked. You know, I hated derbies. Like you have derbies. And Roy would say, Kane would say, it's a derby, and nobody's kicked people. I'm not going around advocating, going smashing and breaking people's legs. I mean, going and competing and setting the tone. You know what I mean?
It's different.
You know, it is different, and that's the difference with the game. Is like there, win your first header, win your first challenge, win the first second ball. You know, because they always say earn the right to play first. You know, earn the right. So you got to win your tackles, you got to smash people, they'll smash you, you smash them, and then your ability will take off.
I take it you did realise at the time when your managers were saying to you, go and get yourself booked to get the crowd up.
Yeah.
So once you get 5, you then get a ban and then you get a fine.
Yeah.
And your money was coming out of your pocket.
Yeah, but
it wasn't them paying.
Yeah, but
was it?
The trouble is that I'd tell a quick story. We was playing in a semi-final at Old Trafford, Middlesbrough Arsenal, and Steve McLaren was the manager. FA Cup semi-final. Arsenal went on to win the league. We got beat 1-0 by a Gianluca Festa on goal from a corner. Henry took the corner. Luca tried to clear it. It's his shin, went over Schwartz. I went in. We absolutely battered him, right? And before the game, McLaren was doing his team talk, and he looked at me and he stared at me and he went, if we stop fucking Patrick Vieira playing today, we'll win the game. And he must have said it to me 4 times. So he's giving me a ticket here. In the first 2 minutes, I've took Pat, honestly, I've took him here. Even Alan Boxic, who was a nice man, he's gone, Dino, no. And I looked over, I've got a yellow straight away. After 5 minutes, 6 minutes, where I was. And McLaren's gone like that and winked at me. I've done as I've told.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Patrick actually ended up going centre half with a strap on his knee because he couldn't run anymore, but it was that hard. He didn't go off.
Yeah.
Wenger put him in went centre half.
Yeah.
Just as his leadership. You know what I mean?
And then after the game, Steve McLaren said, Dean's got a problem with his discipline. I'm trying to
the one thing I did was fucking bump into Patrick Vieira. I went straight down the 6 foot fucking 4, no chance, not for me.
I've got a 16-year-old laddie and he loves the stories of like the mischief in the dressing room. And what he did, like we were talking about the handbrake off earlier on, and I love all that stuff about the Man United dressing room, like putting Paul Scholes and zipping him in a bag and all that. Yeah. That just doesn't happen anymore. No. But when you were coming through, right, was mad stuff done to you? Or
horrible.
Can you give us a sense of any of that stuff? Within reason.
Yeah, you do. You cut people's socks. You'd nail the old Wimbledon thing. Isn't it?
Yeah, crazy gang stuff.
Crazy gang, yeah, it is, yeah. But yeah, it's banter, innit? Do you know what I mean? And if you don't listen, if you're not strong enough in that change room mentally, you won't survive. And I was the gobshite.
But do you think that's missing in the modern game? Can you see that in...
I don't know, because I've never spoke to players now. What is it like in the change rooms?
But Josh,
no, well, Josh, when I was supposed to speak to Josh, I go, kiss his teetotal, I go, would you go out on a night out? A bit of camaraderie. And they go, Dad, nobody goes out. You know, how do you communicate? How do you have a bit of banter? How do I know what he's like?
The Scotland boys are going out quite a bit.
Yeah, I know, but like that's good because like there, I think it was Pep was saying, wasn't it? After go and have a couple of days. Go and have a couple of days.
Yeah.
Go and fucking let your hair down.
Yeah,
but Rosini sent them away, didn't he?
But when you come in Wednesday, you fucking do the right things.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not advocating drinking. I'm not. In our era, there was a drinking culture. Paul Mason's, with us on BDC now, the biggest drinker and drugs and everything that he's come out with. But now turned his life around. But the one thing that we got, that was the norm.
That was the norm, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go out on it, like the Arsenal was the famous, go out on a Tuesday. You know, go out on a Tuesday club. Because what you'd be off on a Wednesday. If we went out on a Tuesday night, the manager would say, right, everybody out. If you're not out, you get fined. So everybody would go out because that lad in the change rooms was quiet. When he's had a beer, he'll come out with shit.
I also think it was of the time, like even if you weren't in football, you know, when I started in Fleet Street in London, my first day, the guy that sat next to me poured me a full cup of Tia Maria at 10 o'clock on a Tuesday morning. And I was like, I don't know if I can survive this. We're in the pub at lunchtime on a Tuesday, you know?
Yeah.
But I think the 90s were just a bit different.
But you get to know people's characters.
Yeah.
So, but, you know, I was just say, you'll be quiet in the change rooms there.
Yeah.
When you go out there, I don't want you fucking be quiet.
Yeah.
But then when you go out and you have a beer with them, we all know, we all loose lips out, we're a bit more braver, aren't we? And oh God, you know what? I could fucking trust him, mate. But then
but it must be difficult now for a modern day player. You know, the mobile phones, for example, isn't it? Listen, you're out for a beer with a lad.
People probably recognise you in there. If they go, that's a referee, and they just want to take. I'm 56 now, retired 15, 16 years, and still go like taking pictures of me having a drink, and I'm going like, I'm retired.
Because did you see recently the picture of Liam Rossini? He was having a beer after I think they just got drew. I think with Burnley or whatever it was. He's having a beer and he's local. And people are absolutely destroying him on social media. And all he's doing is sitting in his local, having a beer.
Yeah,
and the society's changed so much where people are criticising a person having a beer on his own, keeping himself to themselves.
The trouble is now, dear, we're the players' lounge.
Yeah.
Straight after a game, I didn't want a fucking milkshake. I wanted a pint. I've worked all week for that pint. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I see on a Champions League night, after a game in the Champions League, I would have a beer while I'm having a shower. Always.
Yeah, exactly.
That was how it was always. It wasn't like you had a drinking culture. It was like how to wind down was the way was to have a beer.
But people don't realise when you're training Monday to Friday, they think, it's an easy job because you're getting paid loads of money and you train. You've got to sacrifice your life every Monday. But the trouble is like that with footballers now, if they don't go to the pub, they'll have a beer at home. Yeah. They go, these footballers don't drink. Shut up. Of course they do. Of course they do. Their houses are like fucking pubs because they're that big. So I'd probably say to us, like, right, after the game Saturday, all come back to our house, having a pie at our house. Nobody will know. Nobody will fucking be able to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bring your wives, bring the kids over. Do you know what I mean? Get a taxi home, nobody sees us, get on the piss. But Monday morning we'll train. Yeah, and we're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
I was just two things. One is, if you ask me, that the social media thing comes from the fact there's so much money in football these days.
Yeah.
So much more is attached to every match. So if Chelsea are only drawing 1-1 at home to Burnley, everyone's on Liam Rossini's case or whatever because he's not winning. And it's so in your face these days that, it's not in its proper perspective. And that's why they get it. The other thing, and just being devil's advocate here, is what if that lad who's quiet in the corner doesn't want to go for a beer and doesn't want to go out and bond that way?
You come out, but you have a Coke or water. Josh goes out and he has water.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not about drinking.
Right.
It's about being together.
Now, before we hear some more of Mark and Ian's thoughts, we're in partnership with Wix Trade Pro, and for any tradespeople out there, this one is for you.
That's right, because Wix Trade Pro is here to save you time and money.
Save 10% every time you shop in-store or online There's no minimum spend, no hassle, just savings.
Amazing. And what's more, Wix Trade Pro want you to start the new year off right.
That's why they've introduced Smart Water, the award-winning forensic marking technology that's proven to deter tool thieves and make your gear traceable and recoverable. And all it takes is 3 simple steps.
That's right. First, mark your tools with the applicator and solution provided. Then place the deterrent signage on windows and doors before registering your marked tools so they can be identified. If only VAR made things that easy.
You're telling me.
To sign up and start saving, just download the Wix Trade Pro app today.
Dean, can I ask you, do you ever remember what a journalist had written about you when you were for a match? So, Andy, what did you do? 25 years Fleet Street. Did anything ever stick with you?
Yeah, I got fucking. Do you know what, right? And it was a compliment. But I'm not the brightest, right?
You actually are.
I fucking
You actually are.
trust me.
Yeah.
And I was at a Player of the Year do for Hull in the 90s. And I got called a cult hero. They actually thought they called me a C next Tuesday.
Both work.
And I actually thought they're calling me that. And then obviously one of the journalists, you probably know him, Colin Young.
Yeah,
Colin
very well,
Rothwell's boy.
He's a Hull lad.
Is he Hull?
He moved to Durham, yeah. And he used to do all marks out of 10 in the Hull Daily Mail.
Yeah.
And he'd give me 10 out of 10 once. He'd give me a 10 out of 10 once. And I pissed the player of the year that, because they did it on the rankings.
Yeah.
But like players would come in on a Monday and they go, fucking Young, he's give me a 6.
Did they?
I thought it was an 8 on Saturday. Do you know what I mean? And I go, why are you bothered about the marks? Go home and look in the mirror. You know how good you've been today. Or you know how shit you've been. But then, yeah. And apparently it said in the paper, with Dean Windass and cult here. And I'm going, why the...
Worryingly though, it was a typo. He did mean to say
Young probably meant to put see you next Tuesday. Yeah.
Tremendous. Dean, it's brilliant to have you on.
No
Loved
problem,
it.
mate. It's been a pleasure.
Been a joy.
Nice to see you all again.
Where can we see you next? Anything happening? After dinners?
After dinner start, he's very busy now in March. Yeah,
Good.
obviously the BDC with the LinkedIn with the boys. Yeah, so that's busy trying to make money for companies.
Tremendous.
You know, as Razor says, we pump up the tyres, they ride the bikes.
Love it. I like that.
Razor Ruddock's never been on a bike in his life, has he?
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to get him on a fucker, but he's no chance.
How's he doing? Is he carrying a bit of terry at the moment?
We actually, I'm still filming, yeah, we are. We actually room together, but the trouble is with Razor, he likes to get in the same bed.
He likes a little spoon.
He likes a little spoon.
There's a lot of Razor Ruddock, isn't there?
So now it's a renowned thing when we go out, when we go for meetings, and then we enjoy ourselves afterwards.
Yeah.
We always have a selfie in bed. But the trouble is, somebody did it on my thing. Obviously, like again, not being the brightest, I don't know what AI means, but now I actually do. So when me and Razor was laying in bed like that with a selfie in the morning, somebody's AI had us snogging.
Oh yeah.
So I said to my missus, if you ever catch me, it's AI.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I like that.
But yeah, so no, me and Ray, yeah, but we've got a great
Good bunch.
Great, Mercy's on board now, and as you say, Mercy's teetotal now, like going back to the drinking. He comes out with us, but he doesn't have a beer.
Good.
And then he shoots off. But as long as we get the business done, we're happy.
Tremendous. Well, Dean, it's been a pleasure. Yeah.
Massive, thank you.
Thank you, Andy Dillon. Thank you, Mark Clattenburg. You can get in touch with us. Please email us, whistleblowers@dailymail.com, if you'd like to put a question to us, and we'll deal with that next week. And you'll find us on social media. Mark, one job left. Have you remembered it?
No.
We get this whistle every week.
No whistle.
You got dementia?
Thank you very much for watching Whistleblowers. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Remember, episodes every Thursday and Tuesday, and on a Sunday, you'll get our clip of the week.